Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Progress. My name is Corey, and today I'm going to give you an in-depth comparison between the Philips Hue Bloom Light and the Philips Hue Go Light. They're both very similar in spec and price, so we're going to determine which one you should be spending your hard-earned money on.
Okay, let's start with the Philips Hue Bloom. This light is meant to be used as a floodlight to cascade light up a wall or as a spot on a subject, and that is pretty much its only use case, as it has a fixed plastic stand on an aluminum body that has absolutely zero adjustment. So you better hope that your intended subject is at the exact angle where Philips thought it should be. It has a total light output of 120 lumens and is capable of 16 million different colors, and that can be selected via the Philips Hue app. But it does not offer white tones like some of the other Philips Hue products do. It has an expected lifetime of 12,000 hours and a 2-year warranty, and consumes only 8 watts of power at maximum brightness. The light takes a 5-volt DC power adapter that is permanently attached to the bottom of the light, so don't damage the cable because you aren't going to be replacing it very easily. The power cable is fairly stiff and is supposed to be routed through this little notch at the bottom of the stand, while on a solid flat surface. However, this can prove to be difficult as the cable is fairly springy and not easily tamed. The stand is sturdy, but the light itself is such lightweight that it can be moved easily by mistake if you tug on the power cable, so keep it hidden away where it won't be touched. The light output is weak. It has the capability of dimming via the Philips Hue app, but the light output is so weak at 100% brightness, I don't know of many real-world use cases where you'd want to dim it much. At minimum brightness, the light barely glows and the light is uneven, so you should plan on using it at brightness levels of 30% or higher. If you plan on trying to change the color of a wall with it, you'll be pretty disappointed, since 120 lumens doesn't travel very far, especially if your wall is anything but white. You will likely need multiple lights or a different light altogether for that purpose. To be able to integrate it into the Philips Hue ecosystem or even be able to use it at all, you will need a Philips Hue Smart Bridge. As far as ease of use goes, I don't really think it could be any easier. You plug the light in, open up the Philips Hue app, search for the light, add it to whatever room or profile you want, and select a color and brightness. That's it. Very easy to set up and use. The app doesn't give the light a whole lot of functionality other than on-off brightness and color. You can add it to profiles and routines within the app, and you can even sync it with games and music, but that functionality requires setup and use of third-party apps. One other caveat is that if you plan on moving the light around or need to unplug it often, it does not remember its last color. You will need to reopen the app and select a color every time the light loses power, which in my opinion is a little lazy on Philips' part for not implementing a last setting memory. Overall, the Philips Hue Bloom Light does exactly what it says it does. It provides a small amount of light in any color you desire, but that's about it for a lot of money. In my honest opinion, I would skip this light. Even if you are already invested in the Philips Hue ecosystem, I would instead buy the BR30 light bulb for a little bit less and stick it in any number of cheap lamps or fixtures, many at $10 or less. Therefore, you end up with a much more versatile and brighter light for the same price. Now on to the Philips Hue Go Light. For a mere $20 more than the Bloom Light, this light offers much more in terms of versatility and functionality. The Philips Hue Go Light is a battery-powered Hue floodlight that can be used to cascade up a wall or as a spot on a subject. It can be used plugged in via the 24-volt DC adapter or on the go with the internal battery that lasts up to 3 hours. The LED is capable of changing to 16 million different colors and a range of white tones, something that the Bloom does not. With a whopping light output of 300 lumens, it has a life expectancy of 20,000 hours and a 2-year warranty. Unlike the Bloom Light, it can be used independently of a smart bridge, so feel free to take it with you to the cottage, boat, or middle of nowhere. However, it should be noted that the functionality is limited to basic tones of white and basic colors that can be selected by pushing the single button on the back of the unit. It may be limited functionality, but nonetheless, it is functional without the bridge. This means that the product could also be purchased and used as is, with limited functionality without requiring you to even own a smart bridge. The DC jack on the bottom of the unit is sunk in deep, with a special DC adapter with a long funny looking DC plug on the end, designed to fit into the deep power input jack. So like the Bloom, don't damage the cable. You might not find an easy to use replacement. The light is a hemisphere with a little foot on the bottom, so you can prop it up to aim it. Again, just like the Bloom, no adjustment for aiming, it is fixed in one position. As far as stability goes, if you have a flat, solid surface, and can get the awkwardly but almost necessarily placed DC cable out of the way enough for it to be able to stand on its small foot, it will be fairly stable. It has much more weight to it than the Bloom Light does to help keep it in place. As for trying to stand it up on carpet, just don't even try. Unlike the Bloom Light, the Go Light can also be used as an uplight by placing it flat on its back, which is a nice option. Don't be deceived by the picture on the packaging. The light only shines in one direction. The picture kind of makes it look like it could be used as a glowing dome, and that is definitely not the case. It will shine in one direction, and the rest of it will look just white, so you won't be placing it face down and having a glowing dome on your bookshelf, unfortunately. The light is bright enough to give your wall some nice glow, and it seems to keep its color through the entire brightness range. And if you're trying to change your wall color with it, you'll most likely need 2 or multiples to do so.
Okay, so we've compared the Philips Hue Bloom to the Philips Hue Go, and now it's time for me to tell you which one to buy. My opinion, don't buy either of these. Go out, get yourself a standard BR30 floodlight, put it in any fixture you want, whether it be a floodlight, whether it be a permanent light fixture, whether it be a lamp from IKEA. Go out, get yourself a regular $10 light fixture or lamp, put your BR30 floodlight into it and use it instead. You're going to get a lot more brightness, you're going to get a lot more versatility, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money. As far as which BR30 bulb to buy, I would say if you're just going to buy a couple of them and you are looking at the Philips Hue series, there are a lot cheaper bulbs out there. If you really want to get into the Philips Hue ecosystem, I think it's very overpriced. I think by the time you start outfitting a whole home with them, you're going to be thousands of dollars into it, and I don't think it's worth it. There's a lot cheaper bulbs out there, there's a lot cheaper systems out there, and I think you should take a look at those and look at some other reviews first. As far as buying one of these, if you really love the style of the Bloom and you really love the portability of the Go and you just have to have it, then yeah, I think the Philips Hue ecosystem is great. It's stylish, it's the colors are great, it's so easy to use, the app works really well as far as I can tell, and I would buy it, but I'd wait for a sale. Don't buy these things at full price. They go on sale for Black Friday, Boxing Day, Amazon Prime Day. Don't buy a Philips Hue bulb at full price. Wait for a sale and then save yourself some money. Thanks for tuning into Tech Progress. Get subscribed now for more great tech videos in the future. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have a comment, leave it in the comments below. And take care. I'll see you in the next video.